Wait, what do you do for a living?
I'm a systems analyst myself.
Oh? What's a systems analyst do?
I analyze systems.
Makes sense.
And now, back to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Back on the Big Dumb Fun Show. We are online at BigDumbFunShow.com. You can friend, fan, follow us on the MySpace, YouTube, the Twitter, Eventful Reverb Nation. We're on the Facebook.com/BigDumbFunShow because you will find us there.
You can also find the folks at Occupy Wall Street on Twitter.com as well. Just do the hashtag Occupy Wall Street. You'll be able to keep up with what's going on. Just hashtag Occupy Wall Street, all one word.
And they are also online at occupywallst.org.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we learned a little bit more about them last week, and then we kind of monitored it, and we said we were going to.
Yeah, we're following up on it. We're in the phone now with Patrick.
Patrick's answering the hotline. Welcome back to the show, buddy.
Hey.
So, no, Gnurk, you were saying something about the cops during the break.
During I was telling Venkman about this, and maybe Patrick can tell us a little bit more about it, about what they they termed kettling, in which they took this orange construction, like a plastic orange construction fence, and they used that to corral people.
Yeah, and we had an instance where they actually corralled in a group of 5 young girls, and then they maced them, and there's really no reason for it at all. And you can see the video on our website. It's purely blatant. And we had the NYPD come out and say that the instance was justified. And and we had edited the tape so that it looked as though it was random. So we another 5, I think it's another 5 different views of the same event, and you can see, that it's completely ridiculous.
Now,
and,
I heard, though...
What happened today was there was Anonymous released, the hacker group Anonymous released the information regarding the police officer who did that. And so he's a very senior police officer, and they very obviously tried to cover this incident up.
I heard that you guys at first were limited just to the park, what has now been renamed Liberty Park, but now
Liberty Square.
But Liberty Square, but then you're reaching out. You're branching out. Now you're in protesting Sotheby's.
Well, we're protesting Sotheby's, but we're branching out in other ways. I think we have now. There's occupations in another 16 different cities in the country and in the worldwide. And I think one of them is actually in Kansas City, or is soon to be.
I think if you just had, and maybe I can look up on the website. I looked before, but some sort of and not even talking points, but some sort of here's what we want to do. We want an amendment that says this. We want an amendment that says this. We want stuff that's tangible, stuff you can get a petition for, or something. It seems to me, Patrick, this is just outside looking in. Hold on.
I think what we saw is okay.
It's just, it seems like you guys are we want change. We're going to piss off a lot of people. We're going to take up a whole park. We're going to camp and roast weenies and go mess with an auction house. And we're going to do all this stuff. But yet, it's what do you want? It's you want change. Okay, I understand that. I understand how you would want change. I mean, I totally see where you're coming from. But I just being the devil's advocate, I think that people aren't going. They're not going to understand what you're wanting to change unless you tell them what you're wanting to change.
Well, what we think is that we think we're an example of a change, that could be possible. Our society, our little square there, is a place where everyone has the basic needs to live. The one that we can't do is shelter because the police won't let us put up tents. But we have an actual democratic society. Our decisions are made. Anyone can speak at a meeting and can decide the way that things work. And we think that, that's something that from which, organically solutions can evolve.
Is anybody making money off Occupy Wall Street?
No one's making any money off Occupy Wall Street. We're actually a nonprofit organization with ties to I can't remember the name. AFGJ is the website, .org.
You're backed by a 501(c)(3)?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so people, if they wanted to donate and have that count as a charitable donation, then they could definitely do that going to OccupyWallStreet.org.
Exactly.
Okay, well, I mean that's good that you have that route available to you. But I mean, if you're going to come to kind of create your own society, and you're going to say, hey, look what we're doing.
It's not quite that simple. I mean, we're just showing that there is a possibility for an alternative, outside of this society where 1/6 of Americans can't get work, and 400 people own as much as 150 million people.
Yeah, no, true.
Yeah, the inequities in society is really the kind of the basis of which the protest. It's the 99% protesting, if you will, the 1%. I mean, you could spread that and say it's really 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9% that owns the majority of the wealth in the country. Obviously, Wall Street being the icon, if you will, of that.
Yeah.
Now, so exactly. We're showing that
it's supposed to be a peaceful movement, and the problem that the police, if you will, the Wall Street, who's been non-responsive, as I understand it, the 1% that you call out, they have no solutions. They're not stepping forward to engage you in a communication. They're not wanting to help. Kind of like, hey, let's reach out here. We've got it all. Let's help these people.
Exactly.
They're sending in the police.
Exactly. They're doing the exact opposite. They're specifically targeting our media representatives and the people that, put our message out to the world. They're specifically targeting those people. They arrested one of our camerawomen because she was filming people. We have that on camera.
Now, I guess the best thing that could happen is that you probably have just I guess a ton of homeless people that are making their way to the square because now they're fitting in with everybody. Everyone's kind of there, sitting up, grizzled, and getting the free pancakes in the morning, right?
Maybe look at some of the pictures. These are actually a lot of unemployed professionals, people young, old.
That's what hobos are too.
All walks of life.
An unemployed professional.
Why is it okay for us to live in a society where people have to sleep on the street? Why is that okay?
It's totally
we need to have that conversation.
It's not okay. We should definitely do something, and you should have some sort of a march with a purpose.
I think they have a march with a purpose.
I don't think there is a purpose.
Exactly. So why does there have to be a single, tiny part of this grand overarching problem? Why do we have to choose one single tiny part of what is what reaches over everything?
Patrick,
the real problem is
you don't have to, and I totally. I mean, I am totally playing devil's advocate with you. I support what you're doing. You're wanting change. That's fine and good, but I just don't think you're going to get the change when all you ask for is change, but you don't have like that one specific, thing. Like, let's change this. Why don't you start small?
Well, it's wealth and power inequality because starting small doesn't work. Right. That's it. It doesn't work.
Patrick, we're going out the break here, but can we keep in touch with you and talk with you guys again next week?
Absolutely.
I want to keep touch. Absolutely.
I want to keep this message going because I think this is important. I'm not one of the 1%. Are you?
Absolutely, I am.
No.
Right. Big Dumb Fun Show.